Hey guys, Monochrome here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Genuinely good to have you. Today we're taking a look at the Cold Steel Range Boss. There it is in the closed position. Here's the box. Typical glossy cold steel box. Excellent for gift giving. And yep, right off the bat, this comes with Cold Steel's patented triad lock. Guys, as usual, yes, there will be specs in the description box below. Be sure to check that out when the video is over if you would like more information about this particular folding knife. But yeah, there's the box, and since I don't do unboxing, there's the knife. Now, this particular model from Cold Steel comes in different handle color options. The one you're seeing here is OD green. And if you're noticing something a bit strange about the handle, this slightly odd pebble pattern, well, that's by design. Lots of places will call that a cat's tongue pattern, and the thing about it is quite grippy. Imagine a bead blasted handle, but considerably rougher. Not so rough that it feels like sandpaper, but quite rough. Yes, like a cat's tongue. Yeah, their tongues are surprisingly rough, and that's the pattern you get here on the handle scales. Now, you do get a pocket carry clip, bead blasted to match the blade finish. And you can reverse it for left-hand use, tip-up carry only. Thing is, this is not symmetrical. This is very much an asymmetrical clip. So because it's an asymmetrical clip, if you try to put it on this end, yeah, that's really not going to work. Now, guys, I will say this. When I bought mine, it only came with one clip. Yeah. I bought this quite a while back. And as I recall, it did only come with one clip. And that clip itself, if you can see that, yeah, that's not a well-designed clip. I'm sorry, but it's not. It is too ridiculously tight. And as you can see from that profile, this is not a typical metal pocket carry clip. Yeah, there are portions of it which are too shallow. Trying to hook this onto a pants pocket is a bit of a nightmare. But okay, and like I said, as I recall, mine only came with one clip. If you need to reverse it for left-hand tip-up carry, that's an issue because this is an asymmetrical clip instead of being a symmetrical one. So that is a problem. You do get a very low-profile carry clip, but again, you have that nonsense where, okay, the company gives you a low-profile carry clip, or pretty much any knife company. This is a problem across the board. I'm not singling out Cold Steel. This is an issue across the board. Let's give our customers a low-profile carry clip so that they can walk around and not worry about being stopped by an ignorant police officer who might try to arrest them because they're carrying a concealed weapon. Okay, that's wonderful. Thank you to every knife company who does that. Why in the world is it either shiny metal or bead blasted metal? This is something I have addressed previously. Look, low profile clip makes no damn sense if it's shiny metal or bead blasted metal. Black, black, black clip. If it's a low profile carry knife, it won't matter if it's OD green or navy blue. Seriously, black, low profile clip on black pants, such as cargo pants, it becomes invisible. This is not low profile. Anyone can see this. Come on. And the design of the clip itself, like, what was Cold Steel thinking? Seriously. And no lanyard hole. None. Okay. Once again, you do get a triad lock. Let me just open this up for you. It comes with dual thumb studs, but the one on this side is a little bit taller than the one on this one. So, okay, let's open that up. Now, here's the issue. Because of the triad lock, this is not the sort of knife that you're going to be flicking open. Not at all. So there is that issue. And normally with a mid-lock design or a rocker lock where the lock release mechanism is further back, if you see a gap like that, normally, oh, your knife is horribly defective or the lock is horribly defective, don't use it. But on a triad lock from Cold Steel, that gap right there is actually normal. Yes, normal. So don't worry about it. This is an extremely strong lock mechanism. Some would say too strong. And I am slightly inclined to believe that, because unlocking a triad lock model, ooh, that's a bit of a headache. Just a bit of a headache. But okay, here's the handle shape. And yes, it is very comfortable in hand, easily, full grip, very comfortable. Keep in mind, I wear large size gloves. So if you do as well, this is going to be comfortable in your hand. And again, that cat's tongue pattern on both handle scales, it definitely helps with grip. What doesn't help with grip, this bit of decorative jimping up here, yeah, that is completely decorative. That does nothing to help with your grip when your thumb is on top. There's no jimping here. There's no jimping on the spine of the clip point blade. And it does narrow down to one heck of a tiny precision tip, as you can see there. But yeah, no real functional jimping on the knife. The cat's tongue handle scales pattern, that does help, but some real jimping would help out a lot more. Really would. But yeah, in hand, very comfortable knife. Very comfortable. And extremely strong. Honestly, guys, if you're looking for a modern day reinterpretation of the Buck 110 with a one-hand opening feature and a significantly stronger lock mechanism, yeah, this is a good choice. Now, I'm sure some of you saw my modern day reinterpretation of the Buck Model 112 Ranger, which is just a shortened version of the Buck 110 Hunter. So yes, just picture that 112 that I reviewed recently, a little bit longer in blade length and handle length. And yeah, there's your modern day reinterpretation from Buck. And even though the clip on that model creates a heck of a hot spot, it is symmetrical and overall slightly better designed than this one from Cold Steel. But let's say you do want a stronger lock mechanism. Maybe you want a longer handle than on the Buck 110. Well, this is worth taking a look at. Absolutely. Now, this is a budget folder. It's not anything truly special, but there's nothing wrong with a good budget folder for a working man. This is not something that you're going to be pulling out and having a significant knife fight with a villain from a movie or a video game. I mean, no, this is not a fighting knife. Not at all. This isn't even a fighting folder. In a really messed up self-defense situation, could you press it into service in order to get away from someone trying to hurt you really bad? Yeah, you could, but that would apply to almost every knife out there. But yeah, this is not a fighter's knife. This is not a fighting knife. This is a really good, strong, solid, locking, mundane chores reinterpretation of the Buck Model 110. So if you're looking for something like that, yeah, I can definitely recommend it. Just keep in mind that less than fantastic, overly tight clip. Keep in mind the lack of a lanyard hole if that's important to you. Keep in mind the lack of any real jimping except cosmetic. And yeah, keep in mind this is not something you're going to be flicking open because of that triad lock. But overall, I mean, absolutely. Bead blasted blade, bead blasted clip. I mean, would this make a good folding, mundane chores knife for a soldier? Yes. Yes, I would say yes. Though you're going to need some sort of pocket or pouch because, yeah, that clip just not well designed at all. But something as a soldier's companion, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Definitely good as a soldier's companion folding knife. Now, the Range Boss, some of you might have noticed this, maybe not. Let me just say it. Broken skull much? No, I don't mean your skull. Cold Steel a while back offered this very model as part of their Broken Skull line in a team up with professional wrestler Stone Cold Steve Austin. Yep. Marketed as a working man's knife, endorsed by Stone Cold Steve Austin. There were rumors that he designed it. I don't believe those rumors because I've seen this general knife shape before. But yeah, I'm glad. Well, apparently Cold Steel ended their association with Stone Cold Steve Austin. Maybe there was a time limit on the contract, or maybe they wanted to renew it and he said no, or maybe the contract came up for renewal and Cold Steel said no. But anyway, I'm glad that association ended. I'm actually a big wrestling fan, and I was a huge fan of Stone Cold Steve Austin. Oh, and by the way, that is absolutely a character he plays, because in his earlier years as a professional wrestler, back in WCW, he was stunning Steve Austin. Clean shaven, long blonde hair, especially up front. Yeah. So, I mean, the real Steve Austin is probably closer to the leather vest wearing badass that the WWE or WWF promoted him to be. Because, yeah, it turns out the reason why he kept getting divorced is because eventually his wives got sick and tired of him using them as literal punching bags. Yeah. Yeah. Who would have known the beer drinking badass um, is an abuser? A rather disgusting one, too. So, yeah, he used to hit his wives. Why didn't they go to the police and report him? Well, there's usually a couple of reasons why women stay in abusive relationships. But yeah, this isn't rumor. This isn't conjecture. This isn't whatever you want to call it. It's confirmed. He used to beat the crap out of his wives. Yeah. And right now he runs a podcast where he's very soft spoken, talks about his wrestling career, talks about the career of other wrestlers. And I mean, everyone knows. Everyone knows. I mean, it's one thing if you're a wrestler, you go on the road and you cheat on your wife. It's like, okay, all the rest of the guys in the locker room, they're going to look the other way. They're going to not say anything. But when you beat the crap out of your wives, I mean, yeah. So I used to be a huge Stone Cold Steve Austin fan. I'm not anymore. I'm not. And quite frankly, karma is a heck of a thing. For those of you unsure what I'm talking about that pile driver from Owen Hart that severely cut Steve Austin's career short. Now, here's the thing. Owen Hart had a reputation as one of the safest wrestlers on the planet. If you were a rookie and you were in the ring against Owen Hart, you had nothing to worry about. He would protect you. He would keep you safe. Nothing bad would happen to you. You wouldn't have to worry about being injured. You wouldn't have to worry about your career being cut short. For some bizarre reason, that night, Owen Hart did a sit-down pile driver on Steve Austin. Now, that is a move that can very easily injure an opponent's neck. And again, Owen Hart was known for being extremely safe. For some bizarre reason, that night, he chose to do a sit-down pile driver, and he ended up injuring Steve Austin. Now, I'm not saying this. I am not saying that Owen Hart did that on purpose. Not at all. His reputation as a family man, as a hard worker, he would never do that to another wrestler. He would never intentionally injure them. But again, apparently karma caught up with Steve Austin that night. Yeah, okay, back to the knife review. But like I said, this very model used to be part of the Broken Skull line endorsed by Stone Cold Steve Austin, and now, thankfully, it is not. It is just known as the Range Boss. Again, there are a few different handle color options. This is the one I chose because, wow, do I have a ton of black blades. Just a ton of them. But yeah, what do I think of this knife overall? Overall, despite that clip design, and I think that it was just on my sample where I did not get another clip that I could reverse for left-handed carry. So maybe that was an oversight on this particular one that I purchased. But yeah, overall, as a large work knife, I mean, yeah, because that blade length is 4 inches. And with the handle length, the way it is, it looks even bigger. But yeah, as a large work knife, absolutely. This is excellent overall, despite the clip. And if you're looking for something for a soldier, maybe someone who is a son, nephew, that sort of thing, yeah, I would recommend putting this into a pouch rather than trying to use the clip. But this would also make an excellent soldier's folding companion. This is one tough but thin knife, quite thin, not too heavy at all, barely takes up any space. So yeah, this does get a very positive, conditional recommendation. Okay, guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please stay safe out there. Yes, it's still dangerous. I'll see you guys soon. Take care.